K-pop right now is like a Vegas slot machine. Flashy, unpredictable, and most of the time, rigged. We've got idols doing parkour in music videos, rookie groups with enough members to form a small nation, and fans treating Spotify streams like religion. But beneath all the glitter and TikTok edits, there's a whole pile of mess nobody's talking about. So today, we're dragging it all into the spotlight. Hello again, Rosieries, to my flop of a channel. Buckle up, because here are more opinions that the Snowflakes doesn't want you to hear. Number 1. The reason 90% of K-pop performances feel robotic now is because everyone's too scared to freestyle. Oh, look, it's another K-pop stage where everyone's dancing like they just got downloaded from a choreography USB stick. I'm sorry, but why does it feel like we're watching performance robots on their lunch shift? Every fan cam nowadays is so technically perfect, it's like the idols are applying for a dance job at NASA. Where's the chaos? Where's the flair? Where is the moment when someone's hat falls off and they just freestyle through it like a legend? Let's be real. Back in 2013 to 2016, idols would miss a beat and turn it into a moment. A glitch in the matrix? Nah, they'd body roll through it and the crowd would go feral. You felt personality in those performances. Nowadays, they hit every move like the choreographer is backstage with a sniper rifle. It's giving, don't blink or you'll break formation and summon a demon. And I get it. Synchronization is impressive, but if I wanted to see perfectly timed routines with zero emotion, I'd watch a synchronized swimming competition. At least those athletes smile. The magic of K-pop was always in the inconsistency, the spontaneous wink, the messy spin that somehow slayed. Now, everyone's trying so hard to go viral on TikTok that they forgot how to perform like a human being. Bring back freestyling, bring back charisma, bring back idols who dance like they actually like the song. Right now, stages feel like a PowerPoint slideshow with glitter. Give me flavor, not factory settings. Number 2. Most K-pop rappers would be better off as dancers because rap flows haven't evolved since 2015. At this point, half the rap verses in K-pop sound like they were left in a time capsule from 2015 and someone just dusted them off for today's comeback. Like, wow, thank you for another verse that goes, I got swag, I got cash, I go fast. Truly groundbreaking. If I wanted to hear that, I'd dig through my middle school playlist labeled Edgy Vibes. Let's be honest, a lot of these idol rappers have more rhythm in their shoulders than in their bars. I'm not saying retire the mic, I'm saying maybe just hand it to the choreographer and hit an 8 count instead. Because if your flow hasn't evolved since the Obama administration, maybe it's time to pivot. It's not even rap anymore, it's a cringe interlude. Like, oh, we needed a break from the vocals, so here's a random fast talk flex about watches you don't actually wear. Meanwhile, the beat is crying for someone to eat, and the rapper brought a spoon to a buffet. Where are the layers? The punchlines? The evolution? Right now it's giving wout dance king and queen with a mic, instead of rapper with a purpose. NCT 127, Stray Kids, Boy Next Door, TWS, IVE, Meow and Baby Monster. I'm looking directly at you. It's time for a serious shift. These groups have the talent and the stage presence, but their companies need to step up, rethink the formula, and start pushing creative boundaries again. The audience has evolved. The music should too. Number 3. Meow Hands Up is awful. I've heard microwave startup beeps with more emotional depth than Hands Up. Honestly, some companies know when to take a break, but the Black Label? They said, let's keep the mediocrity rolling. I don't know what kind of musical soup they're stirring, but Meow deserves a better recipe. These girls are so talented it hurts, and not in the way their music does. Let's talk about Hands Up because boy, whatever this company does hurts my head. The instrumental is kinda cute, but the talk singing part in the verses? That was a personal attack. It sounded like Siri got promoted to lead vocalist. If they had taken those parts out, the verses would have sounded way better. The pre-chorus sounded like a harmless filler. The chorus? Mid with a capital M. The rap gave nothing but secondhand embarrassment. At this point, I'm convinced the Black Label's motto is, if it ain't workin', push it harder. The only reason I didn't skip this mess was because the members' voices carried the track like Atlas, carrying the weight of the world. They sounded fantastic, but this song did them dirty. The bridge and outro was too basic, just like Teddy's songwriting skills, like store-brand cereal basic. Meow deserves a glow-up, not another, oops, we tried from their label. Somebody free them. Number 4. The reason so many K-pop groups feel generic is because fans reward consistency over evolution. Let's talk about why half the K-pop industry feels like it was printed from the same copy-paste template. It's the fans. Yes, you. Y'all say you want innovation, but the moment an idol switches their style, it's a global crisis. OMG, I miss their old vibe, new. Babe. They're just experimenting, not booking a one-way ticket to Obscurityville. These idols breathe slightly differently, and suddenly they've lost their identity. No, Karen. They're just tired of performing the same recycled concept in different lighting. You're not supporting artists at this point. You're supporting brands. K-pop has turned into a customer loyalty program, where the prize for playing it safe is chart stability. God forbid an idol explores a new sound or looks slightly unapproachable. If it's not pastel skirts, synths, or that same badass beat drop with a whisper rap in the middle, the fandom short circuits. This obsession with consistency is why groups feel so generic. Growth is now treated like a threat. So don't act shocked when comebacks feel like déjà vu. The industry is just giving you exactly what you rewarded last time. Take IVE, for example. Starship used a formula that worked perfectly for them. Pretty visuals, that cool baddie attitude, and just enough talk rap to sound edgy. So when Starship decided to switch things up a little, half the fandom acted like it was an identity crisis. Be serious. They're not losing their identity. They're just tired of doing the same thing in a different outfit. Stans did this to Twice, too, when they matured their concept, as well as TXT when they went for a different sound in 17. Number 5. Most K-pop leaders are just mascots, not real leaders. Remember when leadership in K-pop actually meant leading? Like guiding your members through tough times, making tough decisions, and sometimes playing the actual parent? Now it's just, here's a leader for the group photo, and let's make them give a motivational speech that sounds like it was written by a PR intern. Nowadays, the new leaders are really just there to pose at award shows and hand out fake speeches with a side of dramatic eye contact. The only thing they're actually leading is a fan club of people who are too distracted by their visuals to notice the group might fall apart without a real leader behind the scenes. It's like they've got a title, but the only thing they're leading is the group to their next Best Leader award, which is all about the optics and not the action. Number 6. In 2025, debuting in the Big Four, SM, YG, JYP, HYBE, is actually a curse, not a blessing. Oh, you think debuting in the Big Four is the dream? Think again, my friend. You're not stepping into K-pop royalty. You're living in the shadows of dead legends and having to prove you're worthy of the legacy that's been milked dry for the past decade. You're not creating anything. You're fighting against the ghosts of EXO, Big Bang, 2NE1, BTS. Good luck with that. Then there's the company drama. Welcome to the scandal roller coaster, where your name is on the front page for literally anything your CEO does. And let's not forget the creativity shackles. Your concept? Oh, it's been approved by 500 people in suits who've never been to a club, let alone understood the vibe you were actually going for. You wanted to be an idol? Great. Now you're a cog in a corporate machine, fighting for scraps of creative freedom while the company takes your soul for the next global expansion. Cheers. Number 7. 90% of K-pop rap lines sound like they were written by someone who got a C+ in 8th grade English class. Listen, I love a good rap as much as anyone, but K-pop rap lines? More like K-pop cringy wordplay. It's honestly like the writers just reached into a bag of rhymes for dummies and pulled out fire and higher for the 15th time. Like, wow, truly groundbreaking. I'm waiting for the day someone hits us with inspired by Shakespeare and drops some actual word wizardry, not higher fire I desire. Someone stop me before I pass out from the lyrical genius. And don't even get me started on those Mona Lisa references, because apparently that's the holy grail of K-pop poetry. Sure, I get it. It's a classic, but when every other rap lyric sounds like it was stolen from an Instagram caption, I'm questioning who's actually writing these. Mona Lisa? More like Mona, please stop saying this word. I know it's a metaphor for I'm a masterpiece, but seriously, enough. Please, K-pop rap, do better than the nursery rhymes and let's get creative, shall we? Number 8. No group should be allowed to release a ballad unless they can prove at least 3 members can sing it live without dying. Here's a hot take. If you want to release a ballad, at least make sure your members aren't collapsing halfway through the song. I'm all for emotional depth, but if you're going to whisper over MIDI violins like it's the end of a rom-com, or use auto-tune, or use pitch correction, or the worst crime in the history of K-pop, which is lip-syncing, then expect me to bust out laughing. I need real, live vocals, not a series of ems and oohs while they clutch their mic like they're trying to hold on to their last breath. If you can't hit those high notes without turning into a puddle of regret, maybe it's time to rethink your ballad release strategy. Seriously, how many more songs are we going to hear where it sounds like the members are battling their vocal cords in real time? This isn't karaoke night. We need real singing. I want to hear power in those vocals, not a struggle to stay conscious. So please, no more emotional whispering, pitch correction, auto-tune, or lip-syncing unless you can prove you've got at least 3 members who can sing live without nearly dying on stage. Number 9. The K-pop industry is so obsessed with going viral, it's accidentally training idols to act like influencers instead of musicians. Let's be real. We're not training musicians anymore. We're training TikTok thumbnail generators. Forget stage presence, vocal control, or actual dancing. All you really need now is one dramatic eyebrow raise, a wink timed perfectly with the beat drop, and boom, you're the main character of someone's 5-second gift set. Performance skills? Nah. That's secondary. What really matters is how memeable you look during the chorus. Idol training now probably includes classes like Intro to Viral Side-Eye 101 and Advanced Photocard Posing for Digital Survival. The industry's gone from crafting legends to breeding short-form content creators with microphones. If your performance doesn't look good with a sparkle filter and subtitles in Comic Sans, did it even happen? K-pop needs to wake up. We're not here for a facial expression Olympics. We want artists, not just walking reaction GIFs. Number 10. Stans will drag a group for being, quote, industry plants, but then turn around and beg for their faves to be pushed harder. They just don't like when it's not their group getting the privilege. K-pop stans will scream, industry plant, like it's a slur the second another group gets a decent music show stage and 2 brand deals. But 5 seconds later, they're crying on Twitter because their faves didn't get a comeback teaser with a hologram budget and a Vogue Korea spread. Be so serious. It's never been about fairness. It's favoritism envy in HD. Y'all don't hate privilege. You just hate when your alt group isn't the one benefiting from it. Suddenly, over-promotion becomes deserved visibility the second your bias gets 0.3 seconds more screen time. If the term industry plant had a user manual, it'd just say, anyone succeeding faster than my bias must be destroyed. Let's call it what it is, not a protest against manufactured fame, but a tantrum because your fave didn't get to be the chosen one first. Number 11. Cat's Eye's comeback is tragic. If Gen Z Reject was a genre, then Gnarly would be its national anthem. Cat's Eye, sweetie, blink twice if you need help. Because whatever this comeback was, it felt less like a song and more like an elaborate prank on anyone with ears. I'm convinced Hive's lyricists wrote this with fridge magnets while blindfolded. Third graders with access to a rhyming dictionary and 2 Capri Suns could have done better. What in the Mad Libs was that chorus? And let's not even talk about the energy. Actually, no. Let's. There was none. I've heard elevator music with more personality. If they had just dropped the instrumental and called it a lo-fi B-side, we'd be good. But no, they had to lace it with bargain bin lyrics and vibes, so off they might as well be on airplane mode. Hybe somehow managed to debut a global girl group and immediately shoved them into a creative pit. And the fans? Oh, they're speaking up this time. No blind loyalty in the comments, just honest confusion and secondhand embarrassment. When even stans are like, yeah, this ain't it, you know the company really fumbled. Cat's Eye deserved a runway. Hybe gave them a pothole. Fix it. At the end of the day, these are just my thoughts, raw, real, and rooted in what I see happening right now in K-pop. You don't have to agree with everything, but if it made you think, then I've done my job. Thanks so much for watching Rosieries, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get more content. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!